You are now listening to the Girl Organize That Life podcast. Coach L3.
Hi, welcome to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, the premier space for high-achieving moms, mompreneurs, and lady leaders who are ready to stop surviving and start strategically living. I'm your host, Leslie Latimore-Lorfils, proud mother of 12 incredible children, senior Army veteran with nearly 3 decades of distinguished service, certified transformational trainer, and founder of Girl Organize That Life. And around here, we do more than juggle. We build, we lead, we rise. Each week, we dive into faith-fueled strategies, powerful mindset shifts, and purpose-driven business tactics designed to help you activate your next level. Whether you're navigating boardrooms or bedtime routines, our signature 8-step GPS system guides you to clarity, structure, and sustainable success. Because, sis, you are not just busy, you're called. This is where overwhelm meets order, where vision meets velocity, and where women like you boldly declare, I'm enough. So if you're ready to organize your life, scale your impact, and create legacy level freedom, let's get into it. Your elevation starts now. Hey, beautiful boss women. Welcome back to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where I'm your host, Latimore-Lorfils, and here we help busy women to pivot with voice despite the noise. This is a special episode because it's the grand finale of season 3, where we're going to go deeper than ever before into building the inner woman, so we could boldly expand to the outer income, right? Or outer inner woman, outer income. Because we've been kind of talking about that through season 3, how to start our businesses, how to scale, how to really maximize. And so before we dive in, let's take a quick look of the journey we've been on together during this season, which is just so spectacular. We kicked things off with her story in the making, where we were embracing why we didn't make the move sooner. How many times have we questioned, I should have done that already? And why now was the time? Okay. And then we learned to thrive against all odds. We did. We discovered how to be present, package, and price our brilliance. How to present, not present, how to present, package, and price our brilliance. We unpacked our behavior blueprint because we understand and know now that it's important to understand not just how we show up or why we show up the way we do, because the way we're wired. We then learn how to build with the boss blueprint. And what does that look like? How do we show up as a boss? Then we explored scaling with sanity, and we did an overwhelm detox. And now we're talking about something that ties it all together. And that is the one vessel that you were blessed with, called your body. And oh, by the way, this is the body that you live in, not because somebody else is living in it. Because, sis, let's be real. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it a buck here. Your business, your calling, your family, your ministry, they can only go as far as your health will take you. Let's just sit in that for a second. Your calling, your mission, your vision, all the things that you're trying to do, all the things that you aspire to do, all the things that you dream about, all the things that keep you up at night, all the things that's probably having you tired and really lacking sleep. Hello. They can only go as far as your health will take you. And we know that health is wealth, right? So if your body and your temple is off kilter, then all of the goals and dreams that you have really become a moot point. All right. So welcome to episode 9, the season finale of Girl Organize That Life podcast for season 3, where we're talking about the resilient body, treating your health like your greatest asset. Say it with me. My health is my greatest asset. All right. Don't just say it. I want you to believe it. I want you to believe it. I want you to embody it. And why resilience start in the body? Let's talk about that. The women and the clients that I serve now work with, I see so many women pouring into everything but themselves. And it's so interesting because not too long ago, I was on Facebook and I received a message from my mom. You know how you can send messages in Messenger, and she sent me one from, I want to say, Dr. Shantae. She's like famous Facebooker, social media icon. I actually got to meet her on my 50th birthday on August 2nd. She's so cool, so down to earth. But I was looking at one of her videos, and she was like, essentially, when you're busy and you're tired and you're overworked, and I'm paraphrasing some, but you're doing all these things and you feel like you have to be this walking to-do list, you are just a funeral waiting to be scheduled. Oh my God. She was like, you don't need another hustle. You need a blood pressure cuff. Oh man. It's like you cannot outrun high blood pressure. You cannot outrun a stroke. You cannot try to manifest your way to greatness when you're not taking care of yourself. You cannot not have sleep. Like and I'm saying it nice. She was really, I may have to put the link to her Facebook onto this. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that. I'm going to put her link to this podcast episode, and I want you all to go and listen to it, because let me tell you, she was telling so much truth. And so for me, I do see a lot of women, to include myself at times, pouring into everything but ourselves to themselves. Why do we do that? And we'll stay up all night for a client. We will. We'll skip meals to meet a deadline. We will. We'll drink coffee all day and call it lunch. We'll do those things. But here's the hard truth: a burned out body will bankrupt your vision. A burned out body will bankrupt your vision. Resilience is your ability to bounce back. But if your health is constantly in the red, just like if your finances were constantly in the red, you're not bouncing anywhere, you're breaking. You're not bouncing anywhere. You're breaking. So when he gives you a calling, he also gave you a vessel to carry it. And that vessel is not indestructible. Your vessel, the only one that you have, the only one that he gave you, is sacred, and it requires care. It requires care. Resilient isn't about pushing harder. Dr. Shantae, she talked about that too. It isn't about pushing harder. It's about recovering faster, lasting longer. And it starts with treating your body like the priceless asset that it is. I want y'all to sit into what I just said and understand, yes, I come and I give this information. I take the time, I research, I look it up, I do all the things because I want to bring value to you here in this container. But I'm talking to me too. I have to remind myself, Leslie, you're exhausted and you have to know when to turn it off, right? So let's talk about the pillars of resilience. Let's do that for a moment. The first pillar is rest like it's revenue. Ooh, I love that. Sleep is not an option, ladies. It's not. Y'all are bosses and you're amazing. You're out here blazing these streets. You are bold women, bold, audacious women serving with excellence. That's what a boss is. But sleep is not optional. It's not a reward. It's a requirement. Like you got to do it. Your brain, your immune system, they all depend on quality rest. You ever wonder why am I getting sick so much? How much are you sleeping? Because when you deprive yourself of sleep, you weaken your immune system. In case you didn't know. All right. I'm not a medical doctor, but these are things that I have studied and I have researched. And oh, by the way, I have experienced. So life is the best teacher. Okay. A practical tip for you. You can set a hard shutdown. Now, so I put that in quotes because everybody's shutdown is different, but a hard shutdown time from work each night. Guard it like a CEO guards payroll. Listen, guard it. Say, hey, at 10 p.m., unless the earth is on fire, I'm shutting down for the night. Give yourself permission to do that, not only to get your rest, but if you have a spouse, significant other, make sure you take time to cuddle up with them. Notice I said cuddle. Yes. We'll talk about relationships later on another season, but cuddle, connect, revisit, see how they're doing, give them a chance to dial into you and see how you're doing. All right. So that's one practical tip. Pillar number 2, fuel to function. You can't power a luxury car with cheap fuel. Let's be clear. I remember when I got a Lexus, my first Lexus, and I came from having a Honda, which is a very nice car, by the way. Let's be clear on that too. But a Lexus is more of like a luxurious type of car. And my mom, she was like, oh, honey, no, you can't put 87 octane in that. Matter of fact, when you look on the car, and in most cars, it'll tell you, if you look at the gas, it'll tell you the type of gas. Because if you put the wrong kind of gas in the car, you're going to bust the engine. You're going to ruin your car. So your body, you got to treat it the same way. Your body is something luxurious. It's phenomenal. It's your space where you need to keep your zen. And so your body is more valuable than your luxury car. So if you treat your luxury car well, why wouldn't you do the same for your own body? Hello? Eat for energy, not just for convenience. Ooh, I felt that in my own shanana. Eat for energy, not just for convenience. Like I know that I need to go and put a little bite, maybe some watermelon or something, and then try your best to eat clean. Try your best to eat clean so that you can flush those toxins out of your body, so you can allow your digestive system to be on a regular scheduled program, all those things, okay? Movement. Let's talk about movement. It reduces stress, it boosts your mood. You have endorphins and dopamine that's released, which gives you a happy feeling. That happens when you exercise and you move your body, and it keeps your body strong for a longer time. It really does. So, a practical tip for pillar number 2 is to schedule movement into your calendar like a meeting. All right. So, every 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, um, you could do. Oh, that's okay. Let's say you'll work for 45 minutes and then use the last 15 minutes. In that 15 minutes, you could be stretching, walking, light strength work counts. All of that counts. Stretch it for 15 minutes. If you have an office where you work in an office and you can't get out, sit in your office and stretch. Get up, move around, do some jumping jacks. All right. So that's practical tip for pillar number 2. Now, pillar number 3, we're going to talk about protecting your peace. How many of you know how invaluable that is? Stress is a silent killer of resilience. It is. And just like Dr. Shantae was talking about, and that's why I'm gonna make sure I post this link. She talks about how high blood pressure, for example, is a silent killer, because we'll walk around thinking, oh, we feel great, but your blood pressure is a hot mess. And you don't know. And that's why she said, you don't need another hustle. You need a blood pressure cuff. I kind of chuckled when she said that, but she is absolutely correct. So stress is a silent killer of resilience. She's talking about, I'm resilient, I can push through. No, you need to learn when to push back, pause and push back. Okay. Protecting your peace isn't just emotional. It's it's physiological. It really is. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol and wears you down. And you're wondering why you're feeling anxious, and you're wondering why you can't lose the weight, even though you're exercising and you're eating all the things. But if you're stressed out, your body is essentially warring with itself. So this is you working out and eating clean and doing all the things, and this is you being so stressed out, and your cortisol increases. So guess what? Now your body is warring. So you have this thing right here that's called a weight that's in between these two different forces, and it's not moving because your body is warring against itself. Yes, you're doing the right thing, but your stress level is high. So your cortisol is high, and you're not going to shed the pounds that you'd like to shed. These are scientifically proven things that I'm telling you. I'm not making this up. All right. So remember that. Practical tip for this pillar of protecting your peace is to build daily decompression moments. Daily decompression moments. That could be prayer. That could be journaling. It can be breath work. Did you know that when you take deep breaths like this, do it with me. Do it with me. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. Already, as I'm talking to you, I just felt my body relax. And when you do that, you are literally resetting your nervous system. You're putting your body in a place of calmness. Okay. Simply sitting in silence before God is another practical tip that you can use to bring yourself back to a peaceful state. Protect your peace, ladies. You are worth it. All right. So those are the pillars that we want to talk about and having a resilient body. Now we're going to talk about what it is to have your body and a calling connection. Okay. And here's what I've learned. When your body feels strong, you think better. When your body is rested, you create better. I'm a living witness of all of this. Okay. When your body is nourished, you love better. You are a much nicer person.
I find myself to be the most irritable when I'm not taking care of myself. So these are facts. These are things that they really, really work. And nothing that we we say here is new under the sun. We just want to make sure that we package it here in this container so that you can get it real time, walk away with actionable steps so that you can show up like the boss that you are. Your calling needs a carrier. And if you're burned out, the carrier, if you're burning out the carrier, meaning your body, meaning your vessel, you delay the calling. Ooh, and if you delay the calling, that may be putting you in disobedience with God. But that's another conversation for another day. So I am challenging you in this next season. Make health a non-negotiable line on your items list, a non-negotiable line in your life and your business. And it's not when I have time. No, you make the time when I have time task. Absolutely not. This is part of your diva treatment. You taking care of your body is part of your diva treatment. It really, really is. Okay. And let's talk about the resilient body activation assignment because y'all know here, especially for this season, we want you always to walk away with actionable steps, something that you can implement right now, real time, that's going to shift you. So I've created a free worksheet for you called the Resilient Body Reset. All right. And it's going to be linked in the show notes, so don't worry. But in this worksheet, you'll identify your biggest energy leak and rest, okay? Nutrition, movement, and peace. Figure out where those holes are, all right? Then you're going to choose one action category to strengthen your resilience this week. So don't worry about trying to do them all. If you feel like you want to do 2 out of the 4, great. But right now, I want you to just start with one, because you can't boil an ocean. We've talked about that before, all right? And then you're going to make a 7-day commitment to treating your health like your highest investment. Make a 7-day commitment. That's 1 week, guys. 1 week, ladybugs. This isn't about overhauling your life overnight. That's why I said choose one. It's about small, sustainable shifts that you can keep showing up as the best version that you can be. All right. Okay. And so as we close this season, I really want you to hear me. I want you to lean in. I want you to hear me. You are more than your business. You are more than your business. You are more than your to-do list. Shantae talked about that too. We want to walk around like we have to be the walk around to-do list. Okay. You're more than that. You are more than what you produce. And because you're more than what you produce, sometimes when your body is saying, I'm tired, tune in and listen to it. Okay. Your worth is not your work. Your worth is in who you are. And that's why your health matters. And when you're not taking care of your health, you are bound to leave somebody behind that's depending on you to show up because everybody has a unique assignment. There's an assignment on your life that only you are called to do. So it's important that you take care of your vessel, take care of your temple. As we move into season 4, we're shifting our focus to something powerful. The Get Going Girl Summit is on the horizon. It's an event designed to equip you to take everything we've talked about this season and to put it in action in a room full of women who get it. Because none of us are walking this journey alone, not one of us. And if you think you are, reach out because we're here to support you. We're here to serve you. We're here to rally behind you. We're here to be your biggest cheerleader. We're going to talk about the speakers in season 4. We're going to talk about sessions and breakthroughs and other things that's going to catapult you and how you can be in the room for your next level because the magic is in the room. But for right now, protect your vessel. Okay. Strengthen your resilience. Because when you wear your crown, monetize your mission, and move in your mantle, a healthy, whole, and resilient you will carry it all the way. All the way, not to the finish line, but past the finish line and beyond. Until season 4, stay bold, stay brilliant, and always remember to pivot with poise despite the noise. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye for now. Until next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where clarity meets calling and powerhouse women rise with purpose. If today's episode lit a fire in you, don't just keep it to yourself. Subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another boss woman who's ready to live boldly and lead with grace. And if you're craving even more tools, truths, and next level strategies, join our inner circle. Head to girlorganizedthatlife.com to get exclusive content, priority access to upcoming events, and the kind of faith-fueled inspiration that keeps you grounded and growing. Remember, you don't have to hustle for your worth. You were born for this. Stay rooted in faith, anchored in purpose, and always pivot with poise despite the noise. Until next time, girl, organize that life and live it boldly. Bye for now.
Coach L3.